Dude, dude, somebody's out there. Somebody's out there. Dude, they're doing something to the tent. Hey!
What the was that? What the was that? Run, 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 run. Run. Go. What was that? Okay, all right. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
The chilling footage comes from High Gear, a YouTube channel that mixes off-road adventure, motorcycle trail riding, and cinematic storytelling, all with a gritty, suspenseful edge. The videos often feature first-person POV rides, where the rider unexpectedly encounters strange or even dangerous situations. On June 18, 2025, while exploring a remote trail, the rider spotted a suspicious man burying something and decided to check it out, only to discover something far from ordinary.
I don't know if I can make it back up. Where is that hole, man? Man, what is inside of this? Oh. It's the back, man. Got to be careful, maybe it's something expensive that can break. But I just hope it's money. Oh. No, there's not a lot of things inside of this, but it's a bag and we want to know what that is. It's broken. And it's empty. What? There is a lot of hundreds inside of this bag, man. Oh my god, where should I put this? What? Man. Holy.
After the man leaves, the rider goes down to investigate. He digs up the buried bag and finds a disturbing assortment inside: narcotics, a broken firearm, and a stash of cash.
Oh, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh. Oh. He can't. I got to get.
Just as he's about to leave, the man comes back and tries to attack him. Fortunately, the rider manages to get away. The rough terrain and the fact that the man seemed older and couldn't keep up allowed him to make it back up the hill and onto his dirt bike. The encounter leaves plenty of unanswered questions. Who was this man, and why was he burying those kinds of items? Dawn, the creator of Project Darkwood, set out into a secluded forest at a confidential site. This journey was prompted by an invitation from a landowner who insisted that his land was regularly visited by a creature that wasn't quite human, a semi-aggressive Bigfoot.
But basically what has happened is this guy contacted me through my email and said that he has a big piece of land that allegedly he has had multiple encounters with a semi-aggressive Bigfoot on. But yeah, it should be completely dark in a couple hours or so, and then we will put on the gear and go look around and see what we see. Hopefully I don't get eaten. I don't think I will, but...
What was supposed to be a night of cryptid exploration quickly turned into something far more frightening. Dawn admits there is no easy way to put it. He may have captured Bigfoot on camera. Rather than creating suspense, he goes straight to the footage, allowing his reactions and the evidence to speak for themselves. The outing started with hope and excitement. The property was large, featuring trails and several bodies of water, which caught Dawn's attention since cryptids are often reported near water.
Seems to not last as long in the lighting rig, so if that goes out, we will at least have the headlamp. Just gonna try my best to make sure everything is well lit, which seems to keep it from getting crunchy. I can see tiny eye shine everywhere. There's like spiders and stuff. There's plenty of water sources on this property. I could see why there would be any kind of animal activity on here, especially. Jesus Christ, this property is huge. Having to walk miles at a time just to get between the different parts.
Since his night vision camera malfunctioned, he switched to filming with a DSLR and a headlamp, going back to a more traditional method. His goal was to thoroughly explore the entire property and possibly capture something extraordinary. He walked for hours through thick forest, methodically checking every section of the land. When he reached the southwestern corner, known for the most reported activity, the atmosphere started to change.
It's like there's a little less animal activity over this way, quieter. A little spooky, I guess. It's mostly just quiet. Apparently they're building a subdivision over that way. Huh. Oh. What the hell was that? Ooh. Something walking. Okay, all right. Okay. Oh, Jesus Christ. Holy, I run so fast in my life. All right. It didn't even hit me.
Dawn's reaction is raw, terrified, and instinctive. He grabs his keys and runs through the forest with the camera still rolling. The footage is shaky and chaotic, but real. His heart pounds, and his breathing is heavy as he rushes back to his car, overwhelmed by what happened. Once safe, Dawn admits he didn't fully grasp the experience until the fear settled in. Though hesitant to share the footage, fearing unwanted attention, he decides to trust his instincts and uploads it. Later, he explains that the landowner seemed sincere and had no reason to lie. When he returned the next day to collect his gear, everything was untouched, but the unease remained. On a Monday evening, two tourists visiting Mount Taishan in China tried to cut the line to get a better view of the sunset, but things didn't go as planned. People nearby watched in shock as the two almost fell off the sacred cliff. It was a close call that could have ended in disaster. Fortunately, they managed to steady themselves just in time. No injuries, no need for rescue, just a scary moment, and probably a good reminder to be patient. While leading a group of tourists through a cave, this man found himself in every caver's worst fear.
有雪崩了！我的天，这次雪崩崩的大呀！ 咱们俩不会被困在里面了吧？咱们俩还能出去了吗？我操！
Out of nowhere, an avalanche came crashing down over the entrance, sealing them inside and plunging the cave into complete darkness. Thankfully, everyone made it out safely. But here's the strange thing. The guide had warned them to stay quiet before going in, but they ignored him. Did their loud voices trigger the avalanche, or was it just a creepy coincidence? This chilling footage comes from Thomas Locke, a UK outdoor YouTuber known for his down-to-earth and immersive wild camping adventures. It's June 25th, 2025, and after finally settling down from the usual solo camping jitters, Thomas is suddenly snapped awake in the middle of the night by a loud, haunting shriek. At first, he thinks it's a woman screaming right outside his tent.
I'm not feeling it. Me. Oh god, I just saw a tree, and for a second there I thought, oh god, it looked like a creature, man. My brain recognised it as that, and then I turned away and I looked back and then it probably processed it. Yeah, no, I'm not feeling it, boys. I'm gonna chill out for a little bit, see how I feel. I need to get over it, man. I need to get over it. It's as simple as that. Persevere.
As night falls over the forest, Thomas's anxiety starts to creep in. Every tiny sound puts him on edge, and his imagination kicks into overdrive, turning harmless noises into something far more unsettling.
I was drifting off to sleep when he started going off. I'm bailing. Not because I'm scared. Because I just can't be bothered. I'm tired. I just want to go to bed. I want a good night's sleep.
Just as he's starting to drift off, he's jolted awake by a terrifying, demonic scream echoing through the trees. At first, he thinks it might be a woman, but then he considers it could be a deer. Either way, the chilling sound keeps getting closer.
From my perspective, it was like only a few meters away from the tent. Doesn't come through in the video just how loud the deer was. But my brain didn't initially process it in that stage between sleeping and waking. I didn't process it as a deer. All I heard was a woman shrieking at the top of her lungs a few meters away from my tent. And I cannot describe the jarred awake immediately, the adrenaline that was sent through my body. And then it happened again, and then I realised, oh, thank goodness. At first I thought, was that real? Did I make that up? I thought, oh, thank goodness, it's just a deer. And then, once that moment had passed, my heart just bam, 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 bam. And the problem is, from that moment on, because I was already on edge, right, a little bit, and I had calmed down, but that was game over. And the deer started screaming at another deer, and it lasted about 20 minutes. And it only stopped when I put my light on. And obviously, I guess it saw the light and run off.
Later on, he shared that the scream, most likely from a deer, was so creepy and intense, it left him feeling seriously freaked out. At first, he thought someone was right outside his tent, which only made it scarier. He couldn't relax after that or get back to sleep, so he ended up packing his stuff and getting out of the woods early. The eerie footage comes from Big Jim Country Boy, an independent YouTube channel known for raw, first-person encounters and outdoor sightings, often involving cryptids like Bigfoot. It's November 10th, 2019, and as Jim is getting ready for work, he hears some strange sounds coming from a nearby hill. He grabs his camera and catches what appears to be a large, dark, bipedal figure moving through the trees. He quickly rules out a bear and suggests it might be a Sasquatch, especially since the area has a history of similar sightings.
What is that? That thing's making some time. Where is it? Ahoy! Somebody there! Look, there it is. It's going to the right now. Center screen. Let me try to get a better view. It's right there behind the tree. Right in there. Watch for the movement with the light. See the light behind it from the sun coming up? See it? It's definitely not a bear. There it is. It's running 2 legs. Look, I'm telling you. I saw Sasquatch around here a couple of years ago. We heard it hollering about 6 years ago up there the hill. I think I just started.
At first glance, it kind of looks like a person dressed in all black, but when you see it from different angles, the size, the way it stands, and how it moves start to line up with what people typically describe as Bigfoot or Sasquatch.
Garbage smells pretty bad from some fish skins I threw in there. I bet you that's what it smelled. Damn it. I think it's up over the ridge now. No, there it is. Up on the ridge. There. There, on the ridge. Center screen on the ridge. See it? Oh, I can't wait to post this on YouTube. Right between those 2 trees. Look. It hears me talking, I think, and it's trying to hide. Ah!
It seems to move behind the trees on purpose, almost like it knows someone's watching. The way it keeps shifting around and staying partially hidden just adds to the creepy vibe. I get the skepticism. Sure, it could be someone in dark clothes, but at certain moments, the footage really does have that classic cryptid feel. Was it a real Bigfoot sighting, a prank, or something else entirely? Let us know what you think in the comments. This clip features Mox, a creator who's all about chasing fear head-on. From creepy abandoned hospitals to eerie haunted forests, there's not much that scares him off. On his channel, Moxley's Paranormal World, he explores the mysterious space where the living and the dead seem to blur. In this video, he's on a solo overnight mission in a forest most people wouldn't even think of entering after dark. Local stories tell of glowing red eyes high in the trees and the unsettling sound of a woman crying somewhere in the distance. Mox is determined to see if there's any truth to it. It's December 28th, 2024. By the time he arrives, night has already fallen. Snow covers the ground, crunching under his boots. The cold bites hard, and the silence feels unnatural. Still, he's ready to make it through the night in search of answers, and it doesn't take long before the unease starts to creep in.
The place is supposedly extremely active with paranormal activity. I have to come out. I have to come and check it out. The rumours for myself. Yeah. It's a strange feeling out here. Let's go and see what we can capture. It's a cold night. I think it's something like -4 at the minute. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning now, so I'm just going to get to the spot where people have witnessed most of the paranormal. I know there's 3 different ways, but I got told go over the bridge, and that's where a lot of it happens.
The woods seem to press in on him like an invisible force surrounding him from every angle. Mox tells himself it's just jitters or the loneliness playing tricks on him, but the further he walks, the heavier the feeling gets, and then the sounds start.
It does feel like something's here. Hello? I swear somebody was just stood up here. Hello?
Strange sounds ripple through the forest, quick, distant, and impossible to pin down. At first they're faint, but soon they sharpen into something unmistakable, the steady crunch of footsteps matching his own. Mox whirls around, eyes combing the darkness, but sees nothing. Forcing himself to push past the fear, he keeps going, intent on finding answers. That's when he comes across something he didn't expect.
I feel like I'm being stalked. I'm getting that sixth sense like there's somebody else here with me. Don't feel nice. Hey, I tell you what, let's put the laser on. Is there someone back there? I'm just getting deeper and deeper into this woodland. I have no idea where I'm going now. Whistling. Yo, who's that? Yo, that's somebody coming towards me. Who's there? Stopped. He's literally stopped.
Hidden deep in the forest stands a decaying structure, its history long forgotten. Curiosity momentarily overtakes Mox's fear, and he steps inside, carefully examining the remnants of what once was. Then, movement catches his eye, a shadow shifting at the tree line. He freezes, sensing eyes on him. Calling out brings no reply, only a suffocating silence. Slowly, he retreats, his pace steady but tense, every muscle on edge, every noise magnified in the stillness. And then, he spots it.
They say, I'm walking for a good 10-15 minutes, and I'm constantly looking over my shoulder because I'm adamant there's something else out here with me. Okay, so I'm just about to walk up here, and I just look this side, and look at this. Somebody been out here camping. Maybe they've been scared off by whatever's out here. It's been there a few days, if not a bit longer. Well, that isn't what you want to be finding out there. Could just be as simple as somebody who no longer wanted the tent, so they decided to leave it. Or it could be the case of somebody come out here camping to try and see if they can last the night because of the reports of the hauntings, and they've not had time to take the tent down. Either way, that is creepy.
A half-collapsed tent, crusted with frost, sits abandoned in the middle of the woods. Its sudden appearance is unsettling. Who left it here, and for what reason? As the first pale light of morning seeps through the trees, Mox makes up his mind. He's finished. There might be no solid evidence caught on camera, but he knows what he heard, what he felt, and one thing's for sure, he'll never set foot in these woods alone at night again. While hiking in Australia, a woman accidentally dropped her phone between two huge rocks and tried to reach down to grab it, but in a split second, she slipped and fell straight into a 3-meter crack. She got completely stuck, upside down and unable to move. She was trapped like that for 7 long, terrifying hours, with the blood rushing to her head and panic setting in. Thankfully, rescuers finally managed to get her out just in time. Any longer and things could have ended badly. This clip is from Metal Detecting in Alaska, a YouTube channel hosted by Keithy, who chronicles his treasure hunting expeditions across Alaska's wild terrain. It's January 29th, 2020, when, while navigating a muddy trail, Keithy and his grandson Joe spot something out of the ordinary.
Do you not see this? Oh, there's my hand. Look at the size of that footprint. You can see the toes.
While making their way along the muddy trail, the two come across an unusually large and suspicious footprint pressed deep into the earth.
Wow. I think that's like a Bigfoot footprint, dude.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I don't see any others. Probably stepped here. It looks like a right foot.
And then jumped something
over there and kept on going. Wow, that's crazy. Look, there's another big mud hole up there. Let's go up there and see if we might see another one.
They take a closer look and quickly notice the clear outline of toes, with a shape that doesn't match any known animal. It honestly looks like it could be a Bigfoot track. Curious, they start scanning the area for more clues about what or who might have left it. Some might argue it's just a barefoot person with big feet, but in freezing Alaskan mud with such distinct toe marks, that explanation doesn't quite fit. Personally, it seems like it could very well be a Sasquatch print, but that's for you to decide. In Mo Sargi's latest spooky video, he and a friend explore deep into the Appalachian wilderness after spotting a strange shack near the water on drone footage. They take a risky route, descending a very steep mountainside and maneuvering past sharp wire near active train tracks. Knowing night will come before they reach the river, they stay vigilant, cautious of both nocturnal animals and the local legends about wild people in the area.
Everything that you're not supposed to do out here, we can.
Oh, there's the trick.
Hold on a sec. That's the river train tracks.
We're kind of close to the shack.
This is active train tracks, by the way.
Yeah.
So those actually work. But
Oh, they're active?
yeah,
Oh, crap.
here, dude, we're literally climbing down a mountain right now, an entire mountain. So we decided we're gonna risk our life to give you guys some more content. We're gonna climb down this mountain. By the time we make it down the mountain and down to the river, which we don't know if that's even a guarantee, it's gonna be dark.
It's going to be hella dark.
Yeah.
I have my flashlights. We charged them, but it's going to be quite a while.
Like, I don't mind the darkness, but when it gets dark, the animals come out.
Yeah.
And also the feral people.
Which I already found their house on my drone.
It's somewhere down there.
Yeah.
Dude, imagine we get down there, it's not there.
Imagine.
That'd be crazy. And then making our way back up, it's going to be all nighttime stuff. So this adventure, it could get really dangerous, but you know what? We're living a little. Let's do it. Smash the like button. Let's live a little.
The dangerous descent goes on over shaky terrain and almost vertical slopes, showing the intense effort Mo puts into filming. When they finally arrive at the river, the view is both stunning and unsettling. Despite the natural beauty around them, they remain uneasy, aware that the area might be home to bears, wolves, or even Bigfoot.
Gravity is like working against you right now. It's like, come on down, Sonny.
I already slid halfway down and back.
Whoa. Whoa. This is crazy. Whoa. Dude, I feel like I'm in like a Wild Wild West movie right now.
What the hell?
So as you guys can see, there is absolutely nothing down this way. And there is nothing down this way. All there is train tracks. And more mountain to scale down. Okay, as you guys can see, we are almost down by the river. And I'm kind of nervous because there might be a bear here trying to drink some water. Or some wolves. Or Bigfoot himself. So let's see if we can see anything or anyone. We're gonna regret this tomorrow. Tomorrow's gonna be a painful day. That's for sure.
Tomorrow is sure to be a tough day. Suddenly, something terrifying occurs. One of them disappears without any warning. When they eventually find him, he's unconscious with a bump on his head, saying that someone or something struck him. The group begins to suspect it could have been wild people or some unknown force.
Aldo! Oh, hey! Oh, oh my god, oh my god. Yo! 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 Hey, 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 hey! Yo! Yo! Hey, hey! You okay? Yo! Hey! Hey, hey, hey! Aldo! Yo! Hey! Wake up! Guys, I think he's up. Yo, Aldo, wake up! Yo! Hey! Hello? Yo! Aldo! Aldo, wake up! Hey! Are you okay? What happened? Yo, what happened? What happened? Get up. Did you hit your head? Okay. Take it easy, okay? Let's take your time, take your time. Did you fall? Did you fall? Do you remember what happened? Yo, do you remember what happened? Hey.
As they climb back up the trail, eerie clicking noises surround them. Then, through the window of a nearby building, they catch a fleeting glimpse of a face, or maybe an orange figure, watching them.
Man, worth it though. Worth it. What was that? What the was that? Run, 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 run. Go. What's that? Come on. Let's go. What's that in the window? Oh my god. Oh my god. There's a face. Dude, look at my screen. Look at my lens. You can't zoom in that far. There's a guy standing right there. Look at his face. Oh. What the? Let's go, let's go. What's that? Go, 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 go now. Go now. Oh my god.
Weary and confused, they face the disturbing truth that they're lost. After panicking and straying from the main path while looking for shelter, they stumble across an old blast bunker, an artifact from the area's mining era, and choose to spend the night there.
Believe what we just stumbled upon in the mountain. We just found a structure in the mountain. It's not the mine shafts and the other stuff that we found earlier. It's something completely different.
I don't know if that's good or bad.
Oh!
What?
Yo, shelter. Yes. Shelter.
Oh.
Bro, what is this? Oh my god, yes. We're so exhausted, guys.
Really in the middle of the forest.
Oh my god.
Hours we randomly find this?
Bro, this must have been something that was part of the mine shaft, you know?
Yeah.
Bro, let's just chill here tonight. I don't want to go any further.
Despite their fear and exhaustion from lack of sleep, they take turns staying awake, haunted by the unsettling events around them. When dawn finally breaks, they find their way back, vowing never to return after surviving the terrifying night. In this video, Dan embarks on a solo winter camping adventure, deep within a forest surrounded by dark legends. The area is well known for reports of cryptic beings like skinwalkers and shadowy spirits, with many locals believing the woods are cursed, marked by demonic cult rituals that supposedly took place there in the 1980s. This eerie history and supernatural reputation make it a compelling destination for someone like Dan. On January 10th, 2025, despite the freezing temperatures and snow-covered ground, Dan arrives at his chosen site just as night falls. Equipped with a spirit talker, Dan hopes to capture communication from any entities lingering in these cursed woods. Initially, the forest is quiet and still, with a heavy but peaceful atmosphere. For some time, all he hears is the crunch of snow beneath his boots and the gentle hum of his gear, until the silence suddenly breaks.
That sounded like something was right by my tent. Keep in mind, like, it's not unusual to have, like, wildlife and stuff out here.
A sharp snap, like a branch breaking underfoot, echoes from deep within the trees. Dan freezes and listens, but nothing else follows. He tries to convince himself it's likely just wildlife. Yet, moments later, the sound occurs again.
And, take it from there.
A loud crack shatters the silence of the night. Dan quickly grabs his flashlight and scans the forest around him, but there's nothing. No eyes, no animals, no movement, just shadows and trees.
What the is holy sound? I've never heard anything like that before. What was that noise? Was that even an animal? What was that? I'm trying to think of what that could be. Like, we don't have animals here that make that type of...
A strange tension hangs in the air, an unexplainable presence. Dan tries the spirit talker again, when suddenly a low, distant howl breaks the silence. It's neither a coyote nor a wolf, but something entirely different, eerie and almost distorted. Frozen in place, Dan feels the sound echo through the forest, sending chills down his spine. He briefly thinks about leaving, but realizes it's late, and hiking out alone in the dark would be too dangerous.
So, I have listened, and I agree. Don't get me wrong. I agree with you. And I haven't been against this idea ever, just to make that perfectly clear. But I'm very happy I've done this. Everybody says, Dan, make sure you bring a means to protect yourself with. So I made sure to do that tonight, just in case.
Despite his shaken nerves, he chooses to stay. He secures his tent, keeps a weapon close by, and sets up a night vision camera to record as he attempts to rest. Will the forest finally reveal its secrets, or will they remain forever buried beneath the snow and silence? This unsettling clip comes from Cursed Urban, a YouTube channel that explores abandoned and haunted places, strange locations, and paranormal activity. On July 9th, 2025, while camping alone, Dan sets out to investigate and is almost immediately met with unnerving experiences. A mysterious voice calls out his name, Daniel, followed by faint whispers drifting from the trees. Soon after, a haunting howl rings out, which he suspects could be from a dogman. Though he tries to maintain a calm night, the atmosphere quickly turns oppressive, making it one of the most terrifying camping experiences he's ever had.
But the ground is nice and cool, so I got that going for me at least. Oh man. Got a fresh battery in the camera. I'll let that run. And we'll see what happens. But man, dude, I am hot. I am beat. I think I'm gonna sleep good tonight. Once I cool down a little bit. But all right, guys, I'm gonna lay down. So good night, and we'll see you at 3 a.m.
He unwinds by the fire for a while before deciding to get some rest, intending to wake around 2 a.m. to resume his exploration.
Hey Todd, do you happen to be outside out by my tent right now?
No man, I'm just sitting at home.
Alright, well I was just sleeping and somebody just walked up with a flashlight. I don't hear I don't know where they are. They just walked up with a flashlight.
Weird. Maybe it might be like a lost hiker or something. You know, property is connected out to those woods.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I don't hear them anymore.
Okay, good. Well, if they show up, just give me a call.
Yo, dude, dude, somebody's out there. Somebody's out there.
All right. Just hang tight. I'm on my way.
Dude, they're doing something to the tent. Hey! Dude, yeah, get out. Dude, get out here. Go. Dude.
I'm on my way.
All right, thanks. Hey, who's out there? Yo, what the? Oh, what is that? Oh, what the? What is that smell, dude?
A beam of light cuts into his tent from outside. Clearly rattled, he grabs his phone and calls his friend to check if it's him, but his friend assures him it isn't.
Who's out here? Dude, there's 100. Show yourself now. Holy. Yo, you gotta be kidding me. Dude. Whoever this is. Dude, they just sprayed my entire tent down with lighter fluid. And I'm covered in it now. Look at that. They literally sprayed the entire tent down with lighter fluid. And that... Dude, they were going to light it up. Yo, dude, they were going to light the tent on fire. And I, like, scared them away. Or I don't know.
Dan steps out of the tent to investigate and makes a chilling discovery. Whoever had been outside is now gone, but a bottle of lighter fluid has been left behind. Even worse, the fluid has been sprayed all over his tent, hinting at a terrifying intent to set it and him ablaze while he slept. Fortunately, Dan escaped in time and contacted the police. Thankfully, he's safe. This video is from Dave Explores, a YouTube channel that focuses on urban exploration, forgotten places, and real-world mysteries. Dave often travels to isolated spots such as deserts, ghost towns, and hidden locations, documenting unsettling finds like abandoned houses, derelict vehicles, and old mining gear. On April 2nd, 2023, while checking out a series of deserted buildings and vehicles, he had a tense run-in with two snakes. One thought to be a gopher snake, and the other confirmed as a rattlesnake.
So this is that other vehicle I was referring to. Turns out it's just a cab. And looking back at what we just looked at, that's the building with the Toyota Corolla. And there's that other house right there, which we're not even going to. So let's continue onward. Like, I'd love to see what's in that house, but it's just not gonna happen.
The second snake lunges at him, prompting a swift and careful retreat. Even with protective gear on, the sudden strike, especially from a rattlesnake, clearly shook him. Deciding the danger wasn't worth it, he ends the exploration early, planning to only return in winter when the snakes are hibernating. Snakes can be among the most terrifying creatures, whether it's their venom, their silent movements, or the fact that a single bite can be deadly. They're enough to send chills down anyone's spine. On February 26, 2023, the creator of Camp Like a Bune embarked on a stealth camping trip as part of the February Water Challenge hosted by the Stealth Camping Alliance and Basic Stealth Camping and Adventures. He chose a well-known tourist spot with walking and biking trails along the water. Carrying all his gear in a single large backpack, he aimed to camp in an area usually crowded with visitors during the day. Instead of trying to stay hidden amid constant foot traffic, he used a tactic he called obvious stealth camping, making himself so noticeable that no one suspected he was camping. Upon arrival, he waited for groups photographing swans to leave before quietly moving into his campsite, tucked away behind dense bushes near the water.
I'm waiting for the people there to leave. Because that's a nice bird. What I was saying, I'm waiting for those people to leave, because in that forest behind them is where I'm going to set up camp. They're slowly leaving. They're taking pictures of the swans. Oh, guys, there is my spot. There. These bushes.
After the area cleared, he quickly slipped into the bushes and began setting up his camp.
Let me stick this. And I'm out of breath. But let me take this off first. I can show you why I picked this spot. Here's my camp. Behind it is the lake, the pond, and there are lots of geese, plenty.
The campsite was next to a small pond with clear signs of wild pigs nearby. He planned to stay alert since boars are usually active after dark. Before nightfall, he checked the area to ensure his camp was well hidden. He gathered firewood quickly as darkness set in. The area was quiet except for some wildlife sounds. By 9 p.m., his camp was fully set up, and with it being Sunday night, he didn't expect more visitors.
It's now, I think, about 9 o'clock p.m. It's dark for some time. I don't expect many people around here anymore today, because it's Sunday night, Sunday evening, and everybody has to go to work tomorrow. Almost everybody, except me. I have an extra day off, especially for the February challenge. Special shout out to the Stealth Camping Alliance. Cheers, everybody.
The peaceful evening was soon interrupted when Trent noticed movement and realized authorities were patrolling the area. Foresters with headlamps had spotted the faint red glow from his headlamp, unintentionally revealing his location. After circling his campsite several times, they approached and confronted him, asking for ID, taking his passport and cameras, and ordering him to pack up immediately. The situation escalated when they told him to come with them to their office on the property. As he dismantled his camp in the dark, though frustrated, he remained cooperative and kept a lighthearted attitude, joking that his biggest concern was whether he still had his signature hat.
Leave no trace, except big tickets. We will see what the future will bring. Damn. That's my lemon. So guys, this is it. I'm off to the office. I hope I still have my Camp Like a Bune hat. I can't find it anywhere, so I hope I didn't lost it. But let's go to the forester's office, get back my ID and my camera.
After packing up swiftly, he made the long walk back to his nearby vehicle, getting ready to visit the office to reclaim his confiscated belongings. The incident concluded with him giving his details and awaiting any possible consequences. What are your thoughts on this encounter? On February 12th, 2025, while camping alone in the woods, Dan uses a spirit talker and the Necrometer app during his investigation, receiving some unsettling responses that heighten the eerie atmosphere. However, later on, things become much more disturbing.
Man. I need a new cot. That's for sure. I desperately need a new cot. This thing is cached. For sure. But still all right. Kind of. But, man. No, I got the sleeping bag, though. I got this nice, thick, knitted blanket that I doubled over. Or doubled up. Folded in half. I got, a pillow for once. Dude, I think I'm going to sleep pretty good tonight. And I am tired. I am really tired. So, yeah, I think I'm going to be sleeping pretty good tonight. Alright, guys. I'm going to get ready for bed, I guess. Which is just take my hat off and lay down. So, good night. And I will see you very soon.
After a long day, Dan gets comfortable inside his tent and starts to fall asleep.
Yo! What is that? What was that?
Right before falling asleep, Dan hears weird tapping sounds, followed by heavy footsteps crunching through the grass. Immediately on alert, he puts on his boots, grabs his flashlight, and heads outside to check it out.
Is there someone here? Dude, it sounded like they came out of the woods. Or someone or something. It sounded like they came out of the woods. And then, I don't know. And then I heard something metal. I wonder if it was this. Like, I don't know. I definitely heard some sort of metal, like clanging noise. Or something. For sure. Oh, what was that, dude? And then it just took off. I heard it just take off back in the forest or something. It or someone. Both of those options I don't like. Oh, man. Alright, dude, it's cold. Going back in the tent. Dude, literally, as I was just about to go to sleep, I hear that. Yeah, literally just as I was going to sleep. Like I could, feel that heaviness on my eyes. I could feel that relaxation kick in, and then I heard something. And at first I thought, and as cliche as it sounds, but at first I thought, oh, it's just the wind. And then I remembered that there is no wind tonight. I mean, of course, you know, it can happen. But then I heard what sounded like steps, and yeah. So, oh man, I don't know what that was. If I was a betting man, I'd probably bet that, I need to get my shoes off again. I'd be willing to bet that it's probably the same thing that I heard earlier, out there walking around. And earlier than that, when I was originally talking to you guys, trying to get the fire going. Whatever we heard then. But it sounded like it almost had the stride of a person. Like that. Yeah, like it sounded like it had the stride of a person, but I don't know, dude. It's hard to tell.
He searches the area carefully, but doesn't see anyone. However, he spots a loose metal drain lid nearby, which probably caused the loud clanging noise. Still, the footsteps were clear and purposeful, and with no wind or animals around, it leaves him wondering, was it just someone passing by, or something more sinister? This video comes from the YouTube channel Roaming Reckless, known for showcasing raw and unfiltered adventures instead of polished, idealized ones. Here, solo camping isn't glamorized, it's authentic, often uncomfortable, and sometimes deeply unsettling. In this episode, Maria heads out for what she hopes will be a calm night of car camping with her faithful dog, Tazzy, deep in the North Georgia mountains. However, what starts as a simple getaway quickly escalates into a tense confrontation with nature that leaves a lasting impact. Before even reaching the trailhead, Maria's trip faces challenges. No rain gear, no backup plan, and a storm looming on the weather radar. But with a last-minute detour and the help of a generous REI gift card, she manages to gather just enough gear to continue. Determined to press on, she ventures into the mist-covered forest, far from crowds, far from safety, and deep in Bigfoot territory.
There's a fire pit right here, so obviously people have camped at this pull-off. Spooky, middle of the woods. I'm just gonna back the Grenadier in. Obviously, safety purposes. Leveling out.
As rain falls heavily, Maria slowly guides the Grenadier into a tight, angled pull-off, just big enough to fit the vehicle. She notices a lone, cold fire pit, signs that others have camped here before. Yet tonight feels unusual. The atmosphere is thick with tension, and the silence feels heavy, even though the storm is still hours away.
I'm really glad that we are gonna have like an hour or two of light rain, because sometimes you have to camp in bad weather, right? Like right now I can't avoid these thunderstorms, I can't get out of it, but it's nice when your dog doesn't have to be stuck in the truck. Yeah, because you need to stretch your legs. It's your God-given right. I'm gonna leave this stuff out because I might make coffee later. Yes, I know, coffee before bed, you shouldn't do that, but I do have work to do tonight, so why not? Get out of the rain, kiddo. Yeah. I downloaded a few episodes from documentaries, docuseries, talking about Bigfoot, Sasquatch. You get it? I'm really excited to get into them. I cannot get over how much evidence they had at Expedition Bigfoot, which you could argue that it's not real, or you could argue that it's fabricated or whatever. You could argue that, or you could believe in it. I just don't understand, if there's been lore for thousands of years, sightings for thousands of years, how it could not be real. Call me crazy. Anyways, I'm excited to watch more about it and really dive into it while we're in the territory. I keep like waiting for...
Tazzy nervously paces through the damp brush, sensing something Maria can't quite identify. Maria does her best to stay upbeat, offering a small smile as she sets up camp. But the approaching thunder makes it increasingly difficult. Rain soaks her sleeves, and visibility shrinks to just a few feet. The forest feels like it's closing in, with fog curling around the trees like smoke. As the storm gathers overhead, Maria and Tazzy step outside for one last walk.
in the area, and a lot of them have been repeat. Like, they come around a lot, so. A huge thunderstorm is also on its way, so we are in for a night. Is that gonna be a good or a bad night? Who knows? I love you so much. Yeah. I love you so much. You're gonna do such a good job. It's gonna be such a good night. You're gonna be so brave. It's for you, kiddo. It's so eerie outside. Oh my gosh, talk about the creepiest campsite ever. You guys, how creepy is this? I like don't want to go home here, but I have to. This is like scary.
Maria enters the fog, feeling as if she's stepping into a different realm. Her flashlight barely pierces the darkness, with shadows shifting behind every tree, and even normally fearless Tazzy moves cautiously. Suddenly, the storm erupts, loud and relentless. By midnight, soaked and wrapped in blankets, Maria watches a Bigfoot documentary, but struggles to concentrate as branches snap and the wind shakes the car. Tazzy shivers beside her, and sleep eludes them both. When the storm finally calms around 3 a.m., Maria stays wide awake, alert, and listening closely.
Good job, Mama. Alright, come on. Up here. That was like a horror video game. That's what that felt like. Oh my gosh. I'm like triple check we're locked in. That was so creepy.
Sometimes you don't need footsteps outside your tent to feel haunted. The storm alone can be enough. Morning offers no comfort, just a pale gray light filtering through low clouds. The forest is soaked, everything slick and dripping. But Tazzy is already happily trotting through the wet leaves, quickly forgetting the night's fears. Maria steps out slowly, coffee in hand, scanning the ridgeline. The silence has returned, but it feels different, like the storm left something behind. For Maria, this trip wasn't about legends or Bigfoot. It was about facing the wild alone and enduring its weight. This video comes from Exploring the Unknown, a paranormal and adventure YouTube channel run by a duo who venture into eerie, remote locations across the Midwest, particularly Illinois. On June 17th, 2023, while trying to camp deep in the Michigan woods, they encounter unusual interference with both their GoPro and main camera, despite the gear having worked perfectly in far harsher conditions before. When they finally reach the campsite, an unsettling stillness hangs over the forest. No wind, no wildlife, nothing. And that kind of silence is rarely a good omen.
Listen. Turn off your lights.
It is like quiet as well.
Nothing inside.
There's literally nothing. It could be us by dark.
They reach their familiar camping spot, finding the forest wrapped in pitch black darkness. The silence is so intense it's almost unsettling, until it's broken by the heavy, deliberate crunch of footsteps moving through the underbrush around them.
Like every spooky Mr. Nightmare story I've ever heard ever is like, I stopped and I realized I couldn't hear a single thing, not even a single bird.
Literally.
Or a cricket, like, I can't hear a single thing, not even the grass is moving.
Like, literally, guys, without exaggeration. Like, I know you guys heard it, but
Not a single thing except for maybe one singular deer hiding somewhere. It didn't sound like a deer. Like, it sounded maybe like a possum could be scrunching around, but it's just, it makes me nervous that there's absolutely no sound anywhere. Like,
now, granted, it is cold, but we did see deer out.
well, and all winter at my mom's house, you hear birds chirping in the bush all year.
Yeah.
No matter what time of day.
Facts.
Now, I know that's a couple hours away, so the birds there might be a little different than the birds here. Part of me, I won't lie, kind of wants to sleep in the car. Partly because I'm so tired, I don't want to set the hammock. Partly because it makes me nervous that I can't hear a single thing.
Like, literally.
Like, not even a single leaf rustling. Yet. It's chilly, and I know just a little bit above us, there's bound to be wind.
Like, it is deathly quiet here. That's very eerie. Look left. It's illuminated by the moonlight.
Well, what do you think?
I think that's not a good sign. And I think that roadblock, this.
So what are we doing?
Not staying here.
Yeah, but where are we? You have to put your key in your door. No, you have to put your key in your door. Oh. Okay. If the car is locked with the key.
With the eerie, unnatural silence hanging in the air and unsettling sounds echoing around them, their nerves fray. They weigh their options, set up camp, sleep in the car, or abandon the area entirely.
We decided to leave that neck of the woods simply because if you know anything about the woods, you should know rule number one is if it is quiet to the point where you can hear yourself blink, you need to leave immediately. As we're leaving, as we're pulling out of that area, me and Katana, we were just kind of talking about, what it could be. And I didn't really know, but as we're driving, I'm looking around and I realized that we weren't alone. reciprocated.
Like, if you're not invading your what?
What do you think?
What?
There are prints here.
I need you to vocalize these things.
Like
what? Like bunny?
Like human prints.
Like barefoot or shoe?
Like shoe, but like why walking, bro?
Got up to pee.
No. Like he's not walking. Like all the way down there.
Oh.
Ooh.
That's all.
Talking about. Right? That's what I'm saying.
In the end, they decide it's best to leave. That kind of oppressive silence is a serious warning. As they drive away, they notice fresh human footprints in the snow, proof they weren't alone. When the forest goes that quiet, it's rarely for no reason. That's your cue to trust your instincts and get out quickly. Nikki, a well-known YouTuber famous for her channel Nikki TV, where she posts camping and adventure content, set out on a solo wilderness camping trip on February 9th, 2025, a journey that unexpectedly took a terrifying turn.
Camping. But first, we gotta stop, get food, get gas. That's it. And then we're got a very, very long, slow off-roading experience ahead. So it's going to be fun. I'm excited, a little nervous. I have about 8 miles off-road into the backcountry that I'm going to be taking, and yeah, I drove off-road in the backcountry before, but these roads get a little sketchy. If you don't know, I'm from Western North Carolina, and we were hit with a Hurricane Helene back in September of last year, and the damages they're extreme. But yeah, so some of the roads are a little rutted and messed up from the rain and the mudslides and the trees that fell over. But yeah, I'm a little nervous.
After a long drive, she found the perfect place to camp for the night, a small clearing surrounded by thick trees. Once her campsite was set up, she cooked a hearty meal to prepare for the long night ahead. Just before sunset, she decided to take a short hike, not realizing it would be very different from her usual walks, as she headed down behind the mountain before darkness fell.
Before it gets dark, I think I'm gonna walk up the road, or this road, just to see what's around that little corner right there. I don't know how far I'll go, but yeah, it's about time to build a fire too, so let's do it. Got the trusty dusty bear spray. Thought I heard some knocking coming from that direction. Kind of sound like somebody knocking on a tree, but could have been a woodpecker or anything like that, I guess. But I don't hear it now, so we'll just forget that. Well, it's gonna start getting dark soon, so I'm gonna get my lights out and get them ready for me to turn them on. That way I don't have to be searching in the dark.
Suddenly, she heard an unusual knocking sound, breaking the eerie silence of the forest. Seeking comfort, she returned to her camp, set up some lights, and called her husband to come to her. Despite this, she still couldn't shake the feeling that she was being watched.
What's that? I don't know. It's big though. It's huge. It's a big old track. Compared to my foot. compared to yours, but it's still bigger.
As long as it's out here. They still cut all this out, like you said.
Yeah. Shine your headlight down in there so we can get a better view of it. Be careful. Look up at those trees, Hayden. That's just piles and piles of trees.
Look at these.
Yeah, see, they cut that, and I cut that to clear the road. But they got the gate closed.
As they made their way through the forest, they stumbled upon a large, unusual footprint that heightened their unease. Continuing forward, they noticed strange reflections in their camera lens, hinting that something or someone was watching them. Growing more unsettled, they decided to return to their tent, but the eerie silence of the woods continued to weigh on them. Eventually, they called it a night and went to sleep. By morning, they quickly packed their things and left the creepy forest behind. Firefly Fishing is a YouTube channel about outdoor adventures like fly fishing, stealth camping, overlanding, and solo travel, often in remote spots like national parks. This video, from July 30th, 2022, follows a solo traveler in Yellowstone National Park as he combines fly fishing, hiking, and stealth camping. After taking in the vibrant July scenery, still fresh from recent floods, he fishes for cutthroat trout along the Yellowstone River. The day is peaceful with some small successes, but things take a frightening turn after dark.
This is gonna be what we're stealth camping in for the night, so shh, don't tell anybody. Spot number one today, guys. We are on the Yellowstone River here in Yellowstone National Park. I know you guys know a lot about the flooding that went on here. Water levels have dropped, perfect levels, and these fish seem to be pretty happy from what I've been hearing. So I decided why not to come out here, try the stealth camp, and see what we can do if we can find some fish today. So just show you guys the whole Yellowstone National Park. So sweet.
With the sun shining brightly, birds singing, and the lush green landscape spreading out endlessly, he makes his way to the river to enjoy the day. It's an ideal afternoon for fishing. Clear skies, fresh air, and the gentle sound of flowing water all around.
Be tempted to fish, but I'm just about fished out, guys. It's a good looking hole. You know, fish I can, but it's like, I've had a lot of sun today. I'm just trying to like go back, just like lay down. So we're gonna hike for a little bit here, look, see anything cool. You know, maybe I don't know, something. We'll find out, guys. All right, this is the long jump here. Although this looks short, it's also have to climb elevation here, so this will be interesting. Nice, not too bad. Well, I'm starting to hike far enough here, guys, that I'm really wishing I brought bear spray. Walking through thick willows, jumping creeks. Yeah, this will be fun. Hopefully nothing. I'm gonna keep looking. Just a small little hike right before the night's over. Guys, take a look at this. I was just looking at my feet here, and I mentioned it in my last video. I never found any for you guys though, but they're everywhere out here, so I've been keeping my eye out. Look at that, we got a wild strawberry. Oh my word, I'm trying to find, oh, there's one right there. Look at that. It's just bite size. Oh, I dropped it. Anyways, here it is. Oh my gosh. Oh, guys, that's so good. Another one. They're so tiny, but they're so flavorful. I mean, they pack a punch of like a 15, 20 strawberries in one, and they are everywhere over here. Oh, that's a big one. Look at that juicy one. Oh yeah. Cheers, folks. Oh my gosh. Well, speaking of a bear spot, here I am crouching in the woods, eating their strawberries. I'm sure they wouldn't be too excited. So, on that note, guys, I've walked a little ways along this gorgeous trail and found something cool for you guys. Had a little bonus in there. Only if we could catch a fish. This section catch and release only, and do like some strawberry trout I don't know. I'm not a great cook, and honestly, that doesn't really sound great, but I'm sure someone knows how to make it great. So, anyways, guys, let's go ahead and get back to the truck. Just take it easy for the rest of the night. And honestly, I think I might just sit down here on the benches like I'm fishing. And as it gets darker, head up and then sneak in.
After spending time by the river and catching a nice trout, he goes for a hike and comes across some wild strawberries. While soaking in the calm, he stays alert, knowing bears roam the area. Tired from a full day of hiking and fishing, he eventually heads back to his truck to relax and rest.
Well, guys, I have been hanging out just for the last little bit here. It just got dark here, so I decided to hop in the back of the truck now, as I was getting pretty terrified with the grizzlies and all that good stuff, guys. Fingers crossed nothing happens in the rest of the night. It's been a pretty good night so far, pretty good day. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. It's been an awesome adventure. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one, and I'll wake you up if anything else goes on the rest of the night, but I think we're looking all right, so I hope.
Coming, sir. Hey, dude, sorry to bother you, man. It's a little late.
No worries.
Fortunately, there's no camping in here. Are you the only one in the vehicle, brother?
It's just me, man.
All right, can you step out? You got a license on you, brother?
I do. I'll have to get my wallet, man.
Do anything? You okay?
Yeah,
from,
man,
brother?
just actually out of Boise. Just doing some camping. I did not know it was illegal.
Yeah, dude. So unfortunately, you can't camp in Yellowstone at this place. You're gonna have to get out.
No problem. I do apologize.
No, you're good. Can you see ID, brother?
Yeah.
Well, that was absolutely terrifying. I'm so thankful we got off with a warning there. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Do I recommend stealth camping Yellowstone? Absolutely not. So, anyways, guys, I will see you in the next one. Make sure to like and subscribe. Peace out, guys.
Just as he begins to fall asleep, his calm night is abruptly interrupted by the noise of a truck arriving and its headlights shining through his window. Alone out in the wilderness, the moment feels truly frightening. Fortunately, it's only a park ranger conducting a routine patrol. Though startled, he feels relieved when the ranger is understanding and merely gives him a warning about camping in that spot. Grizzly Gaz, a YouTuber famous for solo overnight explorations of haunted and mysterious locations, set out on a new investigation in a well-known forest in West Yorkshire. This forest is famous locally for eerie folklore, including UFO sightings, strange skylights, and stories of headless horsemen and prowlers in the shadows. Motivated by curiosity and unease, Gaz returned to explore the area. One notable tale from the 1980s involves a 12-year-old girl, Paula Green, who reported seeing a large spacecraft land and several aliens emerge, followed by a puzzling 2-hour memory loss. Other sightings include ghostly lights and the headless horseman, said to roam the woods at night. More recently, the forest was the scene of an unsettling event involving a naked man reportedly harassing young women. When Gaz arrived at his campsite, his loyal dog Fendi accompanied him, though Fendi's declining health had been worrying. While setting up camp, Gaz opened up about his mental health struggles and Fendi's condition, explaining why his channel had been inactive lately. To ensure safety, he set up an advanced perimeter alarm system with multiple motion sensors covering every angle around the camp.
An alarm system. Our Fendi's just gone through. There we go, look. Number 1. Yeah. So if anything comes through that way, it should tell me. And if anything comes through that way, that one should tell me. And apparently, this has a range of 500 meters from transmitter to receiver. So this should give me an early warning sign if anyone's coming into camp while I'm asleep in bed. Yeah, I did see something over there. Or hear something. Can't make out what it is though. Just over at top at 10. Right over there, by them trees. Don't know if you'll be able to see it. Something moving anyway, it's probably just a bird.
The motion-activated alarms Gaz set up to detect nearby movement gave him a sense of security as he prepared to spend the night in his tent. As daylight faded, he ventured further into the woods and found several rough, makeshift lean-to shelters. Although they were probably built by local teens, their presence added to the forest's eerie and unsettling atmosphere.
Look at this. Little lean-to or something here. That's a pretty strange setup, isn't it? Is this the way in? What do you think, Frenzel? Some feathers on the floor there, it looks like. Something's been gobbled up. Mr. Wood Pigeon, probably. Oh, he's angry. Squirrel over there. Chattering away. It's just very odd how people make these sort of structures, isn't it? Because it's obviously not going to protect you from rain. Or wind, really. Yeah, definitely Bigfoot. Look at this, is this the hangman's tree? Or is it just where kids have had swings? I won't swing on that. Can't have my fat. If you remember this, from when someone put the hand on my tent and pushed it right down. That happened here, I think. Unless this is a different tree.
Numerous trees bore strange reflective markings, white dots forming patterns that looked like inverted triangles.
What could they be? I don't know, to be fair. Looks like bird poo, but can you see them? 3 dots, like in an upside down triangle. Looks like bird poo, but it's reflected. Very peculiar.
The unusual markings were placed high on the trees, around 8 to 9 feet above the ground, and reflected brightly under Gaz's flashlight. At first, he guessed they could be bird droppings. As darkness fell completely, Gaz got into his tent with Fendi close by. The silence of the night was soon interrupted by the sound of branches snapping and leaves rustling nearby.
Just heard a couple of branches break. Not far away. Fendi, shut up. She was thirsty, wasn't she? Pitch black now.
Soon after, Gaz's perimeter alarm started ringing.
on hearing stuff outside. Branches breaking, stuff falling, twigs snapping. 1 a.m. Can you hear it? Dude, that's just lit up. Number 2.
The alarm unexpectedly went off the first time, and although Gaz quickly checked outside his tent, he found no movement. This repeated several times during the night. Unlike earlier sounds, such as snapping twigs, these alarms triggered in complete silence, deepening the mystery. As the night progressed, the forest felt increasingly heavy and unsettling. A mix of snapping branches, heavy thudding noises like galloping footsteps, possibly connected to the legend of the Headless Horseman, and random flashes of reflected light kept Gaz tense. After hours of intermittent alarms, strange sounds, and growing unease, dawn finally came. Exhausted but safe, Gaz stepped out of his tent, relieved to have made it through the night without any direct encounters. Although the investigation didn't reveal definitive evidence of paranormal activity, the experience added another eerie chapter to Grizzly Gaz's continuing exploration of the unknown. While making his way through a rocky ravine, the man came across something that really disturbed him. Deep between the boulders, he spotted a pale, still figure, large and unlike anything he'd ever come across. Was it simply a dead animal, or had he uncovered something far more disturbing? To this day, no one knows for sure what he saw. Brody22 is a TikTok creator who mostly shares mountain biking and trail riding adventures with his friends. His clips usually show cool first-person rides, fun group trips through the woods, and sometimes unexpected or intense moments. On June 28, 2025, while out on the trails, Brody and a buddy ran into a super aggressive stranger blocking their way on a bridge.
Holy oh, dude. Yo.
Oh, I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean it, eh? I mean, like, if you're making fences, like, might as well make them nice. Nice fences are nice. And you guys are fast as fuck. I like you guys. You're good. Really good. I mean, I've never seen that one. Which one? Bro, no. Bro, what the hell? What the hell? You. No.
Yo, dude, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do, man? What do we do?
Hey,
No, we didn't.
You're good.
While they pause to enjoy the view of a nearby waterfall, a man suddenly bumps into them, and things go south fast. He immediately gets aggressive, yelling, threatening them, and even hurling one of their bikes into the river in a fit of rage. He starts using intimidating body language, clearly trying to scare the group.
Dude, I didn't. I'm sure I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say anything, man.
And your bike is here.
I know.
What?
We're not talking.
Your bike? That bike?
No.
That bike in the river? Hey, you want to try?
Dude, get away from me! Dude, we don't want to cause problems. No, dude, please.
You just
please
said
stop.
it again, man.
Because you're hitting me, please. Buddy, stop. We don't want to fight. We're scared. Buddy, please stop. Please.
You do that again. You go in the river.
Okay, I'm sorry.
You
I'm sorry.
hear me?
Yes. We're sorry.
Do you
We're
hear
sorry.
me?
I hear you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
There's 2 bikes there. He could be in the river.
Okay, we're sorry.
But I won't do it because you're young as.
We're sorry.
I'm 48.
I'm really sorry, man.
You want to do it again?
No, we're sorry. We'll leave. We're sorry, man. We're sorry. I'm really sorry.
You might need a break.
We'll take a break. We'll just chill here. We'll just chill, man. Okay?
Hey, you know there's a cougar around here. The cougar is chasing people.
Okay.
I don't know that cougar. But watch yourself, boys.
Okay, we'll be careful.
Watch yourself, boys.
We'll be careful.
You want to punch again?
No.
You want to kick? Show me your skill. You want to go in the river with me?
Man, I'm really
Hey,
sorry.
you want to go in the river with me? Swim maybe. You want to swim because biking is boring.
We're not trying to cause anything.
We'll leave, man. We'll leave.
Hey, you did 1 fence, 2 fence. You called me. I did not. Who called me?
Even though Brody and his friend stayed calm, apologized, and tried to defuse the situation, the guy just kept provoking them, challenging them to a fight, and even daring them to jump into the river with him. Luckily, after a few really tense minutes, they were able to back away safely before things got any worse. Hopefully, they managed to recover the bike. Situations like this are a rough reminder that you never really know who you might run into out in the wild. In this eerie video from the Hoggett Project, the host ventures deep into the mountains looking for an ideal place to camp. After surveying the area, the very first spot he finds is perfect. A level patch of land next to a small stream, perfect for pitching his tent and hanging a tarp. Although the trees nearby have unusual shapes, he sets up his shelter as night begins to descend, preparing to settle in.
Out here in the mountains, and I'm thinking of going up to the top there, having a look. If that doesn't work, back in here looks like it's flattening out. Made it to the top. It's a nice creek that comes through here, and you can have a look-see all the way down the pipeline. So this is a nice little level spot here to pitch a tent, and there's some trees to hang a tarp, and we're just gonna kind of explore the area, see what else is around here. It would appear that the very first spot we found, ironically, turns out to be the best one. You can see just how soft the ground is, just how other animals come through here. So it just came through, scooped on out, and kept on trucking.
With the tarp in place, he gets his campsite ready by gathering twice the firewood he anticipates needing and placing a thick jacket under his chair legs to keep them from sinking into the soft soil. The open arrangement lets some light spill into the forest, but soon strange, echoing sounds from deeper within the woods break the silence. Whether caused by falling branches or something unknown, the unsettling noises steadily make him more nervous.
I gathered twice as much firewood as I thought I'd need. That's usually what you do. So that's what I got. went back to the vehicle. I have this Carhartt here. And this thing's tough, you know. So I think what I'm gonna do is just lay it down on the ground right there to keep these legs from sinking into the ground. Yeah, it's looking good. I kind of like how it's open out that way too. Lets a little bit of light into these woods. That way, cannot see a thing. And I don't think I was recording earlier, but something made a heavy sound over there. Could have just been some old rotted logs settling. But up that way, a couple miles, there is a camp, but I don't think anybody's hiking this way back down. Anywho, I've heard that the red lamp keeps the bugs away. I don't know if that was me or something over there.
As night fully sets in, the eerie sounds intensify, starting with a noise near his chair, then heavy crunching coming from the stream just 50 feet away. He shines his flashlight into the forest but sees nothing, and the noises suddenly cease. This is the second time it's happened. Earlier, he heard similar sounds coming from uphill. Even though he scouted the area during daylight, the unsettling noises near the stream, known to attract wildlife, make him question whether he should stay there.
And I thought that my keys had hit the chair a certain way. And as I'm thinking about it, I'm about to go about my business, then I hear behind me where the creek is, about only 50 feet, I hear a couple more loud crunches. And that's when I stand up and I just shine the forest. Of course the noises stopped, and I'm guessing whoever it was, it found a good spot to lay low. I didn't see any eyes glowing back, didn't see any movement, other than I did see a bat. But definitely that is not what made the loud noises. And all this, I probably shined the light on the forest for a good 3 to 4 solid minutes. Nothing. And I said, okay, and I'm thinking I'll go back to just doing what I'm doing. But this is the second occurrence. Probably about a half an hour before that, I heard it up the hill. This time it's down parallel with me. I scouted the woods when it was daytime, just so I can get a good idea of what's around me. It's not really easy terrain to maneuver in. And anywho, I sat there for a minute and I was just thinking, okay, do I go ahead with the fire? And I was like, I'm not scared right now, but I'm also thinking maybe I'm too close to the stream. That's gonna attract animals coming to get a drink.
In the end, he chooses to pack up and leave the campsite under the cover of darkness. As he reaches the road, a final look toward the stream stops him cold. What initially seems like a small animal transforms under his flashlight into something far more unsettling. A motionless figure about 6 feet tall, dressed in camouflage, standing perfectly still like a statue. Without looking back, he quickly moves away, realizing that the spot he thought was secluded might not be as hidden as he believed. Stefan, one of the Netherlands' most popular YouTubers, known for his upbeat Stefan Dev channel, occasionally indulges his fascination with the paranormal. In July 2023, he embarked on his boldest venture yet, camping overnight in France's infamous Verdun forest, joined by friends Sasha and cameraman Stein. The forest, site of the brutal 1916 Battle of Verdun, still holds scars of war, abandoned trenches, unexploded shells, and, locals claim, the spirits of fallen soldiers. None of them had ever camped before, adding to their unease. After a 3-hour drive, night had already claimed the forest. The towering trees pressed in, their car headlights barely cutting the darkness. Parking deep inside, they stepped into the heavy, silent air and discovered their phones had no signal. They were completely cut off, or so it seemed.
Ik hoor ook nu alweer takken breken.
Ja.
Echt?
Ja. Ja, daar.
Ja, ik ook daar ergens. Ja. Haal ik nog wel. Waarom zit er een vertering? Kijk, hier heb je ook al die krachten. Oh ja. gehoord. Dat is echt koud. Maar hier is dus nog zo'n fort. Hier, dit is...
Geen bereik ook, weet je.
Nee, serieus.
0.
Undeterred, the trio pressed further into the forest, determined to find the old military fort said to be hidden within its depths. After some searching, they finally stumbled upon the decaying structure.
Kijk, de IMF. Was jij dat? Oh. Hij was het helemaal op zijn max.
Hè? Hoe kan dat? Er zit één stap op dit ding.
Ik zeg net nog letterlijk van, er is hier geen straling in
Nee,
een bos.
nee. Goos, we hebben niet eens bereik. Kijk, het is gewoon weg. Het is gewoon weg.
Oh my god. Oh. Vleermuisschoten.
Ja, echt?
Ja, schoten.
Oh mijn god, zo schrok zich geen normaal te tering.
Ik dacht dat iemand zo kwam opeens.
Was
vleermuis. Jesus Christ, ha. Oh mijn god, kijk hoe
Zo, dit ding gaat helemaal los houden. Hij zat op 5 net. What the...
The mood suddenly shifted. Whispers seemed to ride the wind, and an unsettling sensation of unseen eyes followed them. Uneasy, they set up camp, pitching their tent and placing a REM pod outside to detect any nearby activity. Almost as soon as it was turned on, the device began to trigger.
Ga weg. Maar dat kan ik toch niet zo vanaf hier? Stond je daar? Ik stond hier.
Ja. Oh my god. Oh mijn god.
Precies als we de tent uitgaan begint hij. Oké, nou dat was de enige enge wat nog niet gebeurd was dat. Oké.
Laten we even zo'n rondje gaan maken.
Maar laten we deze hier. Nemen we die ook mee?
The unexpected activation sent a shiver through them. Something or someone was close. Hoping to shake off the unease, they took a short walk away from camp, but the sense of peace they were seeking never arrived.
Who's daar?
Ja, check dan, check.
While heading back to their tent, they heard a strange noise and saw movement near the campsite. Stefan quickly shone his flashlight and spotted someone running off behind a tree as soon as they were seen. Fear hit them hard. They knew they'd been watched and followed, and that person had been dangerously close to their tent. Without hesitation, they hurried to pack up their gear, the REM pod, and their supplies, focusing only on getting out of there as fast as possible.
Hou je bek.
Maar zag je... Wat?
Heb ik mijn autosleutels niet?
Nee, donder op. Donder op, dat kan niet.
Hij zat in deze zak.
Ja, ik ga daar echt niet... Ik ga er niet terug.
Zit in je buidel van je trui? In jouw tas misschien?
Ik wil echt niet... Maar serieus, ik wil echt niet terug die kant op.
Oké, nee, kom maar kijken. Toch? Daar is je echt blij mee. Oké, zullen we gewoon daarheen rennen?
Ja, is goed.
Ik wil een beetje lopen. Kijk die ogen. Oh mijn god, wat is dit? Ja, het komt hier weg. Dat is een pop. Oh ja. Maar die kan ook vals zijn, maar... Zag je die ogen? Ja, daar loopt hij. Oh mijn god, ik zag het even open. Nee, maar misschien was dat gewoon wat een vraag. Jullie hebben gewoon die hele tent opgepakt. Ja, we zien hem. Ja, ik denk op beeld ook.
Oh, my fault. Good day. Oh,
Panicked and out of breath, they scrambled to find the car keys. For a scary moment, they were nowhere to be found. Then Stein spotted them on the ground. They jumped into the car and sped out of the forest, hearts racing. There was no time to wonder who that figure was or to face anything else. Just a strong instinct yelling, "Get out now." The drive back to the Netherlands was long and quiet, the tension thick in the air. They were shaken, tired, and overwhelmed, but at least they were safe. Ethan Price. Outdoors is a YouTube channel all about fishing, exploring the outdoors, and creek or river adventures, often filmed in scenic spots around the US, especially the Midwest. On August 10th, 2020, while fishing a remote creek in Illinois, Ethan and his dad were having a pretty good day, catching smallmouth bass of different sizes. But their peaceful trip suddenly took a dark turn when a man on an ATV confronted them, accusing them of trespassing, and things escalated fast when gunshots rang out.
That's cool. You can still see it swimming too. Going downstream. Wow. Okay, so there's a few nice ones in here. All right, back on that grind. All I know is I don't have to pay the tolls.
That's all right. You can fill the gas tank.
That's all right, I'll fill it. Because this was 100% my idea. I do like fishing in the shade though. That is nice. I would say that this direction was a much better idea than the other direction. There's one. Another little smallmouth. I probably would have skipped over this spot if you wouldn't have stopped here.
You would like tarpon fishing.
Yeah, that's the plan. Maybe do that in April. There's another little smallie.
We went in the fall.
There's a good one. Oh, that is a good fish. That is a nice bass. Nice smallie. There we go. Oh no!
Camera on?
Yeah. That was probably another one that was around 13, 14-inch range. I can't believe these things are working. Sometimes you got to go back to the basics, I guess. These are the OG lures. That is a ginormous creek chub. There were 3 of them going for it, but I thought it was a smallie, or I'd have not been wasting my time on them. You know it's a big creek chub when you can lip the thing. Holy smokers. There he goes. Best catch of the day. Woo-hoo.
Beneath the warm sun and surrounded by the gentle murmur of the creek, a father and son are having a quiet day of fishing when the peace is abruptly broken.
Got it whenever you.
Oh, you did not. You went under me. You're good. There's your range. That scared the crap out of me. Well, that's the first. I guess. Well, good luck. There's no service. That's probably why. I mean, what are you gonna do? Us?
assuming we're the grumpy guy that came down here and told us to beat it. So apparently you can own the river, and he's calling the police. So no big deal. We were backing out anyways. We're like 2 miles from the truck. So hopefully the police meet us there. We'll see. It'll be good either way. Hey, catching any? A few. It's a little slow, but caught any big ones? Really? Wow, we even fished that. Be careful, there's some clown up there screaming at people. Apparently we're trespassing if we're in the river. He called the police, or he said he was going to, so.
How far up?
Probably a mile.
Probably no more than that.
There's a sign on a tree to the left. We thought it said range, but apparently it says, like, we'll you if you come here, so.
Aren't people floating the river?
I don't know. Yeah, good luck, man. There's a good one. Stay on, stay on. As soon as it hit the water, slammed it. There's a pretty little smallmouth on our way back. Kind of right off that boulder.
Suddenly, gunshots echo through the air, aimed in their direction. Shocked, they glance up the riverbank to see 3 men standing there. One of them starts shouting angrily, accusing them of trespassing and threatening to call the police. The men insist the river belongs to them, leaving the father and son unsure whether the creek is private or public. In the end, they decide to head out to avoid any further trouble, unharmed, but with the unsettling encounter lingering in their minds. This footage comes from Side Money Tom, a YouTube channel that mixes adventure vlogging with a dash of mystery and thrill. Tom's all about exploring unusual, often off-limits, or notorious spots, like Area 51, and capturing it all with suspense, humor, and unfiltered reactions. On March 28, 2017, while checking out the outskirts of the top-secret Area 51, Tom and his crew start noticing signs of possible military presence, fresh-looking trails, rumors of camo-clad security teams, and Ford Raptors patrolling nearby. It's becoming clear they're getting a little too close for comfort.
There's dirt road. I don't know, 10, 15, 20 miles. I don't know how far to Area 51. Does that mean I can't take any video? Alright, so we found a sort of back trail. I don't know exactly what it's used for. Maybe one of the trails of the camel guys, military police security, something, because hill that they sit on, it's up over that, right over there. I swear this is just the most beautiful area. Way underrated. Here, let's get higher up here.
As they continue along a dirt trail, they're hoping to catch a better glimpse of the secretive base.
So the security guys have that Ford Raptor. I don't know, I don't see any road or tire tracks right over in this spot, although there is a walking path or path for something. So up over that hillside is where they are. It's like a mile, half mile, something like that though. So we're thinking if we get up over to this ridge, we might get a look at something. It's never ending, I swear to God.
Alyssa, get the keys, go.
Out of nowhere, a pale or cream-colored figure suddenly shows up near the ridge. It blends in almost too well with the landscape and has this eerie, unnatural vibe to it. They don't wait around to investigate. One of them shouts for the car keys, and they're all running back to the vehicle in seconds. Maybe it was someone in a camo bodysuit, possibly security, making sure no one got too close to something they weren't supposed to see. What do you think it was? Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can stay updated with our latest videos.